All right. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today at this wintry webinar, Win It All. We have 12 phenomenal prizes to share with you today. So before we get started, and as you're filling out that form, which we will continue to share with you throughout this hour, I just wanted to give a shout out to all of the sponsors and partners of ours that helped make today possible. So we have prizes that we will be sharing with you from Sphero, TRA, Otis, Birdbrain, NextWave STEM, WeVideo, Troxel, some AR/VR goodies, Makey, and of course, the IDEA office staff could not let this opportunity pass us by without giving you some IDEA swag as well. So multiple prizes, and huge shout out to our partners who are so supportive of us, and in turn you as well. Just before we get started, we will introduce ourselves, but if you could be sure to mute yourself and keep your cameras off. And for those of us, our partners who are on right now, when it's your turn to speak, you can go ahead and turn your camera on. It just helps to kind of declutter the screens if we just have the person speaking live on camera. Sound good? All right, so we are going to start by introducing ourselves. So I am Lindsay. I am the Director of Professional Learning for Illinois Digital Educators Alliance. I was formerly an instructional technology coach and a classroom teacher, and I'm so excited to be here with you today.
And good morning. I'm joining by phone, so I apologize. I'll get that switched over here in a minute, but this is Amber Hefter, and I'm the Executive Director of Illinois Digital Educators Alliance, and I'm excited to be with you here today as well.
You there, Jenna?
I had two mutes going on. I'm also on phone. I'm on Phonium computer. So hi, I'm Jenna Nilo. I'm the Director of Marketing and Outreach for IDEA. So welcome everyone. We're really excited to have you guys here today, and it's going to be fun.
And then we also have joining us Whitney Miller, who's our finance manager. She'll be with us very shortly, and you'll see that we're all sporting our matching gear. Because we love teachers, and we're so glad to be sharing our love of learning with you today. So let's talk a little bit about the logistics of the way this chat is going to work. So if we could get to the next, okay, perfect. So we have 12 featured resources from our partners that we will be sharing with you today. We will give a brief, like 3-minute overview and use of the resource, and how you can integrate it into your classroom and unit lesson plans. Along with each overview, we will reveal one prize, and all prizes will be awarded randomly at the end of the webinar. Please comment in the chat on ways that you will be utilizing these tools should you earn them, or perhaps even ways that you are already utilizing them, because some are very familiar resources. At the very end of the chat, you do not have to be present as long as you're here for the full hour. So if you have to log off at 5 o'clock, you still potentially could win. If you're impatient like I am, you're welcome to stay on and see who our random winners are, but we will be sure to email out all of the winners to you tomorrow, along with an archive of this chat, so you have some ways that you can utilize these tools within your classroom setting. So with that being said, let's get started with our first giveaway. So giveaway 1 is brought to you by Sphero EDU, and Sphero is a STEAM-based tool set that interweaves hardware and software and community engagement to promote 21st century skills. While these skills are absolutely crucial, Sphero EDU's programs goes beyond coding. They nurture students' creativity and ingenuity like no other program can. Sphero itself is a robot that features several different options that can be controlled through apps. So they are able to roll, they can change colors, and they have different capabilities when they are linking with various apps. While the Sphero EDU app is the backbone of the education program, it will link with multiple apps. The nice thing about Sphero is you're not working from scratch. They have created a classroom curriculum for you to utilize so that you can align the Sphero tools to the NGSS and CSS standards that you're already used to. One of the most exciting and innovative ways I've seen Sphero used in a classroom was by one of our chapter leaders, Michelle Thorne. And she actually went into a classroom where a teacher was really confident in teaching a colonial lesson plan. And they took these Sphero robots and they used them to help better stretch the students' thinking because the teacher was already confident in teaching the content. So we're really excited to have Sphero and all of their tools. They just recently took over Littlebits. So if you're familiar with Littlebits, they're incorporated into Sphero now. So let's take a look at what Sphero has given us for our very first giveaway. So shall we unwrap it? And what we have here for you is a Sphero Bolt. The cool thing about the Sphero Bolt, it is programmable, it's highly advanced, it has an 8x8 LED matrix that animates and displays real-time data. It uses advanced sensors and a built-in compass or infrared communication to up your coding capabilities. And again, Sphero has content created already to help support you in utilizing Bolt in your classroom. So Bolt is our first giveaway that you have a chance to win by the end of our webinar today. So I am going to pass it over to Amber, who's going to talk a little bit about our second giveaway.
All right, welcome everybody. Today, I'm going to talk to you about technology resource advisors. TRA specializes in assisting districts with planning from the beginning and maintaining their one-to-one initiatives with Chromebooks and Windows devices. One of the most important priorities we have as an organization is to develop relationships with our members and provide top-notch customer service. And we feel so fortunate to have TRA as one of our partners because they really model that same philosophy. Jenna, if you could go to the next slide. TRA assists districts with choosing the right device for students through assessment and analysis of customized comparison matrix that includes benchmark testing specific to the needs of the school districts. So if you're looking for Chromebooks or looking to go one-to-one, they're a great company to partner with and work on developing your entire strategy. Their Chrome Care Rapid Deploy service includes enrolling devices in the school district's Google domain, downloading all current updates to your Chromebooks, applying and recording asset tags, providing an inventory spreadsheet for import into the school district's learning management system, and assisting in unboxing once the devices arrive on site. TRA also has a device buyback program. Their team of experienced professionals will assist in capturing residual value for the end-of-life Chromebooks, notebooks, and iPads. So you can go to their website at trabuyback.com and receive an offer in regards to the determination of how much that equipment might be worth. In addition, TRA offers carts and cases. They offer a wide selection and including charging lockers from the leading manufacturers, and they have customization options. Who doesn't want to showcase their school logo on their cases and carts? Finally, TRA has an outstanding Chrome Care warranty. This is one of the reasons many districts, most districts, like to work with TRA because of their Chrome Care warranty. Their Chrome Care warranty is a full accidental warranty for offering Chromebook Windows devices for drops, breaks, spills, manufacturer defects, and hardware failures. And I don't know about all of you, but as a parent of a child who's in a one-to-one district, I know how important this Chrome Care warranty can be. So we really want to thank you, send a big thank you to TRA today. They really wanted to join us today, but they're busy hosting a K-12 cybersecurity summit. So TRA also does professional development in that area as well. They happen to be holding their event today at the Harley-Davidson Museum in Milwaukee. Love riding Harleys. So thanks to the TRA team, and let's see what they have for us today.
Here's our next giveaway from TRA. It's a Chromebook. So all of these prizes will be delivered to you. Hence, you need to fill out that form so we can make sure we get this to you. Who wouldn't want a new Chromebook? How would you use it with your students in your classroom? So keep that chat going. It sounds like you're discussing some really cool things. So let's move on to our next giveaway, number 3. And giveaway number 3 is sponsored by Otis. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Tim from Otis to help give you a little bit more insights on Otis itself and how that platform can help support you. Tim, are you with us?
I'm with you. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Hello.
Yes, Tim, we can hear you.
Oh, awesome. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. Well, thanks, everyone. And pleased to get to meet with you today. So Otis was created actually by educators, a lot of folks from the Chicago area. And we were built because of the dilemma of how technology, we've almost been overrun by technology with so many different apps where if a parent were to come into your classroom as a teacher and say to the teacher, how's Billy doing in your class? There's so many different places that data can be housed today. And so we really built Otis with 2 goals. The first is to make teachers' lives more efficient by simplifying technology, easy to use tools, and secondly, to provide student performance data in one place so that when the parent asks that question, you have a view of the whole child, a very holistic view of how a student's performing. And so to address those goals, we built Otis, which is a pre-integrated platform that really unifies the work of students, teachers, families, and administrators. And so what we are, first of all, a data warehouse and analytics platform. We can pull in third-party assessment data, whether it's IAR, NWEA, MAP, really any third-party assessment that your students take, we can pull it in so that you can really slice and dice that data and make use of that data for instruction. So we want to get it in the hands of teachers, in the hands of educators. Secondly, we're a formative assessment platform. So you have the ability to build assessments in Otis. We're an assessment engine, a variety of assessments from rubrics to technology-enhanced items. You can tag items to standards. So whether you're using a points-based system or a standards-based system, I would actually say that our standards-based system is beautiful and easy to use and a great tool to communicate with parents. So if you're, our standards-based gradebook is part of this. So we have a really, really great gradebook if that's something that you're interested in using. And again, what's important is being able to really tie to standards, track progress of students. And then finally, we've got some awesome classroom and learning management tools. And I'd like you to think of Otis as not just a place to store and share resources, but really as a place to share and store resources based on what the data, assessment and engagement data says students need. And so that's really the threefold purpose of Otis. If you're interested in any one of those parts, we'd love to work with your school or district. So that is, that's Otis.
Thank you so much, Tim. And you have some questions in the chat that, you might want to get to because I think people are very interested, especially with that standard-based grading alignment. So let's take a look at the next slide and what Otis is giving away to us today. Let's see. They are going to be giving away a Fitbit Inspire. So how could you utilize Otis in your classrooms or in your districts? I agree that it's a completely user-friendly platform, not just for students, but also for adult learning. And speaking of adult learning, let's transition into our giveaway number 4. So this giveaway is brought to you by Illinois Digital Educators Alliance, which is us, and we could not do an activity and not give away something of ours for you. So I think all of us here are lifelong learners. So in that spirit, what's the easiest way for us to learn? Sometimes professional development isn't something we have access to. So we read, right? The first book that I would definitely recommend is by one of our chapter members named Joy Kerr, and it's called Shift This. She's kind of the guru of Genius Hour and flipping your classroom so that students are leading the conversation and you're more of the facilitator. She promotes gradeless classrooms, although she says it's not easier necessarily, but it is what's best for kids. Another book that I'd highly recommend is by featured speaker PJ Capozzi. It's called Fully Charged. And again, this book is about how the young brain works differently and how the interactions that we have on a daily basis really influence a student as they're going through school. So we have to take into account the environment that we expose them to. So again, Fully Charged is a highly recommended book on our list. Another featured speaker that you will find at IdeaCon, Michael Cohen, has authored the book Educated by Design. And so his whole purpose of writing this book is for people to stop saying that I'm not creative, I could never do that. Because creativity is something that you just have to have the confidence behind, and as I like to say, build that muscle memory. So Educated by Design is a great way to help you step out of your comfort zone if you're one that's looking to be a little bit more creative. The next book that I'd recommend is one I'm sure you've heard, Kids Deserve It. Adam Welcome has spoken at formerly ICE many times, and he is a friend of ours here at IDEA. And Kids Deserve It is all about doing the right thing for students, as we all do on a daily basis. It's empowering our learners and making sure that we are driven by what's best for students and not necessarily what is the biggest and shiniest thing happening in education right now. But I also wanted to take a moment to highlight this last book by Dr. Jen Williams. It is called Teach Boldly, and I can't even tell you where to begin with this one because it is chock full of so many innovative resources and ways to look at education. It helps you reframe social emotional learning by using ed tech as a catalyst to change the environment of your classroom. I really want to highlight this because IDEA is going to be doing a book study in mid-January, co-facilitated by Dr. Jen Williams, and we're going to be using Otis to share out all of the learning that we're doing together. So it's just going to be a quick 3-week book study leading up to IdeaCon, and the cool thing is there's going to be some VIP access. Teach Boldly is also highlights Liv from Liv Bits, and she will be a featured speaker along with Jen at IdeaCon. So in addition to seeing them on these different chats that we'll be having, you could meet them in person and even get your book signed. You don't have the book? Well, we've got you covered because let's take a look at our next giveaway. We have this lovely basket of PD books for you. So you will be getting a copy of each of the books that I just shared for free. Maybe you already have one. I would recommend then putting it in your school library. Share the wealth. Why not? Do a little checkout system. But this PD basket is all yours should you win that raffle. Sound good? All right, so I'm going to send it over to Jenna now for our next giveaway.
Hey, everybody. Let me advance the slide. There we go. Okay, so actually, I'm going to be turning things over to Kelsey Daringer over at Hummingbird, and she is going to, or at Birdbrain Technologies, she's going to talk to you guys more about the Hummingbird kit. So Kelsey, why don't you can turn off your mute and turn your video back on.
All right.
If you're able to do that. So perfect.
I need to turn my video on, actually. Hello. Once we get my video going, my name is Kelsey Daringer, and I am from Birdbrain Technologies. And we are the makers of a couple of different robotics projects. We are the makers of the Hummingbird Robotics Kit. And there we go. Now we can start my video. And I wonder if you could also spotlight my video rather than using the slides, because I have a couple things in my studio here that I'd really like to show you. The way you do that is there's a little blue like 3 dots above my video, and you can just say spotlight if you're the host. If not, that's okay too. But yeah, we are the makers of the Hummingbird Robotics Kit and the Finch Robot. So at Birdbrain, when we talk about robotics, we're talking about something that can sense and think and act. And so with the Hummingbird Robotics Kit, if we can go to the next slide, you can kind of see that. The Hummingbird Robotics Kit comes with some sensors. It comes with a distance sensor, a light sensor, and a dial sensor, and also a sound sensor. It comes with some lights and motors so that you can attach those lights and motors to craft supplies with like hot glue guns and things like that. And then it also comes with the controller there, which you see in the middle. That's the Hummingbird Robotics controller. So you attach all these things together, and then you make whatever you want to make. So I don't know if you can see my studio here, but I've got all of these different robots that I've made and I've put back on my shelves here. So I've got a robot that shows the muscles and bones of the human elbow, and it's all made with cardboard and craft supplies, and students learned about muscles and bones by making one. I've got some funky little creative robots. I've got an owl and all sorts of robots that go with the Robot Petting Zoo project. And on our website, we've actually got over 60 different projects and ideas, as well as video tutorials, building tutorials, all kinds of things available on our website. If we can go to the next slide there, we've also got one other robot that we make besides the Hummingbird called the Finch. And the Finch robot and the Hummingbird there, you can see some project ideas there. The one in the middle, we call that one Little Bot, and we've got a tutorial that'll teach you how to use that. But our big idea here is integration, that we think that coding and robotics don't just belong in the computer lab or in an after-school program, although that's a great place to start with coding and robotics, but that you should really be able to put a robot and put some physical computing in any classroom that you are teaching in. And so we have some great resources that can help any teacher, kindergarten through college, put robotics into their classroom with either the Hummingbird Robotics Kit or the Finch robot. So if you want some more information about that, please visit us at birdbraintechnologies.com for all of those free resources. And that's my contact information there. My email is kelsey@birdbraintechnologies.com. And if by chance you are not the one lucky person who wins the thing that we are gifting today, you can actually receive a free 60-day demo of a Hummingbird Robotics Kit. So if you don't win today, but you'd really like to try one of these things out, definitely contact me, kelsey@birdbraintechnologies.com, and say, hey, can I get a free demo for 60 days? And we'll ship it to you for free and everything. So I hope to hear from lots of people to learn how you can use craft supplies and coding and bring computer science into any classroom with Hummingbird and with Finch. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kelsey. You also have a lot of chats to catch up on as well.
I'll check them out.
Let's take a look and see what's in our special bag here, courtesy of Birdbrain Technologies. Who would have thought? It's a Hummingbird-based kit. And if you've never used one of these before, like me, August was my first time ever using them. Incredibly user-friendly, but also so much fun. This is all you need to really get started. And there's so many creative ways you can use this kit. So Hummingbird-based kit, Vanessa Witherall is an expert on using these and it's got some hacks. So reach out to her and she can help you out as well. So very cool. Thank you very much. I'm going to pass it over to Whitney, who's going to introduce our next speaker.
Hi, everyone. Next, we have our next speaker is from Next Wave STEM. We have Desmond here, who is from the professional development side, to share a few points about what Next Wave STEM can offer.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Whitney. So if we go to the next slide, we can focus on Next Wave STEM. Our philosophy at Next Wave STEM is really empowering teachers and students to learn about emerging technologies. It's really important that we see students as young as possible, not be just consumers of technology, but creatives in technology. So at Next Wave STEM, what we're doing is building curricula that focuses K through 12 on emerging technologies, robotics, coding with drones, also 3D printing, and we've got a fresh off the press computers and AI course for our K through 2 students as well. The curricula is detailed, it's project-based in learning style, and is hands-on with all of our technology. But on top of that, we also provide training and professional development for all of our educators. And if that weren't enough, you can also get all of the equipment that you need. So if you need drones, if you need robots, if you need 3D printers, Next Wave STEM is here to give you the whole kit and caboodle. So what you see on this slide right now is really our course layout for our different age bands. K through 2, we have a course that teaches airplanes and drones, really focuses on engineering and science. Computers and AI is really exciting because we're going to teach students about math and pattern recognition, which leads into computer science. And then for our 3 through 8s, we get into intro to 3D printing. Students are learning about the design process. Intro to drones, they're doing computer science with drag and drop scratch-based programming. And there's that scratch-based programming concept for the intro to robotics as well. And for our high school students, our 9 through 12s, we get much deeper with our design processes and design for 3D printing, where we're actually engineering and solving a physical problem. And our coding with the drone course goes even more as we are abstracting for real world scenarios. What's really important to us at Next Wave STEM is that we give you the entire package. If you're a school that has never done any kind of STEM initiatives before and you're looking to really inject STEM into your school, we're here to help with that. If you're a school that's been doing STEM for a while and you're looking to get more access to your students, we're here for that as well. And our professional development is focused on continuing to build those skills that you might have, no matter what your background.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Desmond. And I've had the opportunity to work with Desmond, and I can really say that he knows his stuff. It isn't just about the technology. He integrates it so well with the curriculum you're already using, which I think is, as teachers, we feel is really important. So we're definitely huge fans of Next Wave STEM, and we're so glad to have you as partners. So let's see, if we go to the next slide, what Next Wave STEM is giving away.
Oh, I've got one up on my screen too.
Yay! It is an air black drone. Desmond, can you just take like 30 seconds to tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. This air block drone is one of the codable drones that is compatible with our curricula. It is made out of foam, so you don't have to worry about crashing it, but it also snaps together with magnetic parts in different configurations, and your students are actually able to program this drone to fly autonomously. So they're dragging and dropping code on their devices and making their drones fly. It's really, really awesome.
That is so cool. Thank you so much for sharing that today. So one of you lucky winners is going to receive that, and then you're going to have to reach out to Desmond to get some help on how to best utilize it. All right, so let's head over to Jenna, and she'll introduce you to our next speaker.
Okay, everybody. So I am going to turn things over. Jason Scholl over at WeVideo is going to talk to you about WeVideo and about the next giveaway. So Jason, you're up.
Super. Thanks for having us, guys. And from WeVideo, we wish everyone a great holiday. In that spirit, I'm here to briefly tell you what WeVideo is all about. And we're a digital video creation tool that schools are using in classrooms and district-wide to really empower students with their authentic voice. So sometimes you might have the quietest student in the group who has difficulty turning in assignments or having their voice just as loud as everybody else. Well, so many students ingest video and YouTube and want to be creators and want to tell their story. And with our product, they get to do just that, where the quietest voice in the room becomes just as loud as everybody else and really, really blows everyone's mind. So as a digital creation platform, we're built for all schools, all grade levels, and all subject matter. We offer project templates and collaboration tools, a library with over 1 million pieces of music, green screen, and video clips so that the creative process can start right out of the gate for a student. It's a really easy to use video editing platform We have full privacy and security compliance in mind. And we see a lot of schools using WeVideo for making green screen videos, morning announcements, podcasts, screencasts, personal narratives, book reports, and creating items for student portfolios. So authenticity is exactly what we have in mind. Creativity, kids will shoot to the moon with what they're able to do in our platform. A couple free resources we do have a podcast that's available, and over the holiday break, we're going to be releasing quite a few really good episodes that have guests that come on and talk to our chief education officer about various other tools that are out there in the marketplace and how they're using creativity beyond what we can do with WeVideo to really empower student voice out there in our communities. We also have a book available on Amazon. So if you're already using WeVideo, this will give you 40 more strategies to use WeVideo in your classroom. Again, any grade level and any subject matter.
Thank you so much. And speaking from personal experience, WeVideo is super responsive too. So if you ever have any projects you want to work on or questions, you shoot them a quick email or a message on Twitter, and they are right there with you to help you through that process. So very, very cool. We're so glad to have you partnering with us. And if we go to the next slide, we will see this incredible prize that we're about to give away.
Yes, we have 2 certificates. So one for a 30-seat license and one for a 50-seat license, good for 1 whole year from now. So you'll be able to use WeVideo all through 2020 and into the beginning of your next school year.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today, and also for these 2 incredible giveaways. So potentially we could have 2 different people winning these. So technically we have 13 giveaways. So not to brag, but that's pretty good. All right, so now moving on, let's see what Amber has in store for us next.
All right, I don't know about all of you, but whew, I need to take a deep breath because we are moving right along here. And I'm so excited that we are getting to showcase so many of our incredible partners. As a nonprofit, it's very important for us to have partnerships because that is one of the ways that we are able to provide the services that we provide. So many thanks to the partners that are on today and supporting us in this way. So next, I'd like to talk about Troxel CDI. Troxel CDI is one of those companies that can offer so many different opportunities and support to educators. They understand that educators are working in growing classrooms and that technology is continually evolving. They understand that educators are working in a more demanding and complex environment, and that you're tasked with the mission to prepare students for a digital future that, as we know, is really unknown. So for a globally connected world where emotional learning is as important as acquiring technical skills, Troxel CDI has some best fit practices and technology for you to be able to use. They really are focused on improving learning outcomes and having everything that they are focused on in the best interest and under the best practices for them, the partners, their products, their services, and all of the processes. So again, that customer service is vitally important to what Troxel and CDI do. They're driven by passion, people, and purpose, exactly like educators are. And they work hand in hand with you to connect students to learning and being a lifelong learner. So some of the solutions that Troxel CDI has for you is AV Essentials, lighting up learning with audiovisual gear. We're all really excited about the different ways of incorporating that type of environment for our students. Troxel CDI has one-to-one learning opportunities, looking to improve digital fluency by putting learning in students' hands directly. They work and help support collaborative learning spaces by connecting with peers and content in a collaborative space. Asset management, which is optimizing your school's operation and tailored again to your needs. Every student's different and every school is different. And Troxel CDI understands that. They also work with campus safety, making sure that your school is a safe place. And they relieve the burden of you on resources by making sure that they're supporting you from start to finish. So why Troxel CDI? Because they're purpose-driven to help educate your future leaders. They have now partnered together to bring you the combined resources of both companies, formerly just Troxel and CDI, and now they are together. They're a one-stop, one partnership, one order, one invoice, and they have a large-scale purchasing power, so they're able to offer you the best prices for what your needs are. So Jenna, if you can go ahead and advance the slide. Be sure to trust Troxel and check them out, troxelsolutions.com. We are excited that they will also be at IdeaCon and Partner Row in booth 505.
Awesome. So let's see what Troxel has given us to share with you. And don't forget to keep adding to our chat. And hopefully you filled out that form so that one of these prizes could go home with you. Troxel has generously donated an Amazon Echo Dot. So something really cool that you could potentially add to your classroom and utilize in unique ways, maybe even for some kind of Genius Hour project or maybe just some festive music. So Amazon Echo Dot, thank you so much to Troxel. And now I'm gonna send it over to Whitney.
Hi, everyone. I am happy to introduce you to Jamie Donnelly. She will be a featured speaker at IdeaCon. She wrote the book Learning Transported, and she's one of the leading educators in incorporating AR and VR into the classroom. And she's here to tell you a little bit more about AR and VR.
Hey, everyone. Okay, I love all of these awesome prizes because I happen to have Teach Boldly by Jen Williams sitting on my counter over here. So super excited to see that go out and to see her at IdeaCon here this February. I'm excited to share about Learning Transported that came out in 2018, and it really just pretty much covers that foundation. What is immersive technology? What is augmented, virtual, mixed reality? How does this technology vary? Which ones do I apply in my classroom? Why do I apply this in my classroom? What does this mean for my students? How are they going to be, as we heard earlier by Desmond, how are they going to be content creators? And really looking at it from the perspective of the value that this technology can bring to our classroom. So I have lesson plans included, and it really was, I guess, the first of its kind, because the topics that are generally covered in this kind of technology really requires go out and buy. You have to have this huge budget. And my goal in sharing all of this technology is really letting people know from having no budget and using what you have in your classroom to having a huge budget and having a lot of different products in your classroom. There is a place for you and your students, and definitely valuing the impact you can make on your students and others around the world. So I'm really excited because in the book, you'll see something similar to this, and this is when Merge was first releasing their Merge Cube. I actually have one of the original Merge Cubes. So this is actually not, if you try to use it with the Merge Cube apps now, it won't show. There's some sides that work and some that don't because they went back and modified and adjusted it. So it's kind of cool to still have that. But the Merge Cube and how that fits, and some of the things that I brought in even last year at the event, and so much more for this year. And I'm really excited to also share that while this book is definitely that foundation for you to get started and having a grip on that, those that have already begun using it, this summer I'll be releasing book 2 with ISTE again, and it will really be that personalized experience for your students. So really taking what this is, what this means for your individual students, not for the masses, not for the general classroom, but really customizing this technology to fit your individual students. So very excited to be here this February and share a lot more with you in person.
And we are so excited to have you. All of the people from IDEA that have been able to work with you, Jamie, have just spoke volumes about how knowledgeable you are. So our attendees are so lucky to be able to go and experience this in person with you. So thank you so much for coming in February.
Thank you.
So let's take a look now at what our next giveaway is. And it is a copy of Jamie's book, part 1, because you have to finish this one so you can read the second one that's coming up. And then we also have a small class set of, let's look over here, merge cubes for you, the new ones. So we have 5 merge cubes and the book Learning Transported for you, should you win. And we also have an expert in Jamie that you can reach out to in order to implement these amazing resources in your classrooms. So now I'm going to send it over to Jenna to talk about our next topic.
Okay, so we are going to try something here because I am going to talk next about Makey. And what better way to tell you about Makey than to let them tell you about it themselves. So I'm either going to make us all crazy or this is going to work. And if I make us all crazy, I'm going to stop it right away. But I'm going to play a video, but I have to play the audio on a different computer so that we can hear it. So it's either going to start doing the thing or it's going to work. If it does the I'm going to mute it because honestly, the audio is just goofy little music, but we'll give it a shot. So I'm going to unplug my headphones here. You guys are on speaker now. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm going to it's a little off.
Hi, I'm Jay. And I'm Eric. We're graduate students at MIT. Hi, I'm Jay. And I'm Eric. We're graduate students at MIT Media Lab. We have a dream that everyone is an inventor. So we created Makey to let you invent just by alligator clipping. Alligator clips stuff like bananas to your Makey. When you touch the banana, your computer just thinks you're touching the keyboard. The front has arrow keys, spacebar, and mouse left click. When you're ready for more, flip the Makey over and you've got more keyboard keys and support for the mouse. You can even use the board like an Arduino when you are ready. No programming, no breadboarding. You don't even have to install software. Just plug it in USB. Order your Makey today and start changing how the world works.
Okay, and I'm back. So Makey is a device that you can use to teach your students how to code without really coding. It gives them opportunities to be creative in the classroom, create sensors and controllers and all the crazy things that you saw in the video. Sorry that my audio is a little off. But all those great crazy things to be able to get your students creative and all those STEM things. So with that being said.
All right, let's take a look and see. We have a Makey kit for you. We also at IDEA can run Makey trainings in your district. And the cool thing about it is every participant gets a Makey kit to walk away with. So potentially if you do this in your district and all of your teachers come to the class, then they all can walk away with one, and then you have a class set that can kind of, you know, be traded around the building, and you can utilize it with all students. So super user friendly. We love Makey. Awesome. So now we're getting down to the final stretch. Make sure you filled out that form because there's so many good prizes here, and I'd hate for me to have to keep them all. I mean, not really, but all right. So now let's turn it back over to Amber and see what's next on the agenda.
Thanks, Lindsay. So next on our agenda is a discussion on the ISTE standards. So we've had a lot of discussions about actual tools, but one of the important things in regards to being an educator and being in that technology world today is really a focus on what is the purpose of these tools that you're using. It's not about the technology, it's about the content and the skills that you're teaching, utilizing that technology as a tool. And what we love about the ISTE standards is that is exactly what they're focused on. As IdeaCon over the last year has become a certified approved provider of the ISTE Standards Educator Program. We're very excited about doing this. We've had some incredible cohorts. It's an absolute amazing program. If you are on this webinar right now and you've been a part of one of our cohorts, please share some of your thoughts in the chat window. If you're not familiar with the ISTE standards, be sure to check them out. ISTE Educator Standards, ISTE Student Standards, you can Google it and find more information. But in particular, the ISTE Standard Certification for Educators is a competency-based, device-neutral certification designed for ambitious educators who want to use technology to catalyze learning. That's important. It really, really is about taking your the student learning to a new level within your classroom. So the ISTE Standards certification is face-to-face and online. And it includes a portfolio, 6-month portfolio process in which we are supporting you. The ISTE community is supporting you during that portion of the program as well. The ISTE certification helps pre-K-12 educators really rethink and redesign their learning activities with technology to engage students in real-world, authentic, active learning. And because it is learner focused and it's pedagogy based, the ISTE certification gives you the tools you need to change your classroom practice and improve student outcomes. It's about learning, reflecting, curating, and getting certified. So as an aspiring educator, you would complete approximately 30 hours of instruction and activities before assembling your e-portfolio that would include artifacts and reflections on your learning. You have 6 months to complete the portfolio once you complete the 2 days of face-to-face and the 9 weeks of the online modules. If you can't tell, I'm very passionate about the ISTE standards, and this is coming from an educator who didn't used to believe very highly of standards because I often felt that they were a checkbox for educators. And what I love about the ISTE standards is it really is about transforming what we are doing with students in the classroom and truly making a difference on teaching the skills that our students are going to need in this unknown world of their future and making students into the best citizens possible. So we love the ISTE standards. If you have more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And we do have, you can go to our website and see what cohorts. We actually have one coming up in January that's going to be held at the Google offices in Chicago. And we have a cohort in February at IdeaCon at the end of February. And then we will have some more scheduled out for spring and summer as well.
And we have tons of supports. It's so much better to learn together. So we definitely recommend that ISTE certification. So with that being said, let's take a look here. And, oh, look at that. certification trainer, which means one of you will get a free ISTE Cert registration. So we are a certified approved provider, so you will be able to take this ISTE certification on us. So make sure, again, you fill out that form so that you can be an ISTE certified educator and learn more about the ISTE standards. So now we are in the final countdown. We are on to giveaway number 12. And giveaway number 12 is, again, brought to you by Illinois Digital Educators Alliance. So we all know that we've been working towards something in February, which is our conference. February 24th through the 27th, we will be hosting educators from all over at IdeaCon. On Monday, you can plan on seeing educator Dwayne Reed, who is a CPS school teacher. If you follow him on Twitter or any other types of social media, he has some really incredible things that he's been doing with students, and he's all about building relationships. In addition to Dwayne, check out this list of featured speakers. We have Michael Cohen, who you saw earlier, who wrote one of our books. Dr. Robert Dillon will be there, and he is actually helping facilitate the IDEA authors, Jen Williams, Jamie Donnelly, Carl Hooker. We also have Sausan Yaber, and then 2 student featured speakers. So Liv Bitts is a student advocate, and Nate Butkus has his own podcast, which he will be sharing at IdeaCon. And that's just Monday. Take a look at what you're going to get on Tuesday. Saba, whose last name I'm not going to butcher, will be keynoting on Tuesday. And she is someone who's very in tune with what's going on in education and also globally. She's all about social emotional learning and, again, building up our students. But then take a look at this lineup. Dr. Nathan Lang-Reed, who's a part of WeVideo, will be there. Cheyenne Batista, who keynoted at ISTE last year, will be there. Sophia Garcia-Smith, who's huge into Seesaw and tons of other integration technology pieces. PJ Capozzi, again, Jamie, Jen, and Robert. And then Jeff Smith, who is one to follow at Tales of Miss Smith on social media. She's very funny, very engaging speaker to watch. And that's Tuesday. What about Wednesday? Well, your Wednesday at IdeaCon, you can see Mr. Jerry Brooks, and he is well known for his car confessionals, and he tells it like it is, but he's authentic and real, somebody who you can really relate to. But again, our featured speakers will include Trisha Fugelstad, and she is integrating technology in some amazing ways in her art classroom. She's using AR and VR, and the things that she does with her students are just mind-blowing. Natasha Rochelle, Jeff Mayo, student presenter Kyla Guru, who's really big into coding, Eric Kurtz, and who doesn't love Control-Alt-Achieve, and then Jason Markey as well. So IdeaCon is our baby that we've been working on to help you feel refreshed at the end of the year, excited and invigorated. And so we are so excited, and we hope to see all of you there. But in case you can't find the funds, or if there's some reason that your district is like, oh, you've already been to too many conferences, let's see what our last and final giveaway is, shall we? I look here at my little IdeaCon poster. It is a day at IdeaCon. So we will definitely be seeing one of you at IdeaCon, and look at all the people you're going to be able to meet, both from this chat and our keynote and featured speakers. So we can't wait to see you at IdeaCon this February. There is literally something for everyone. So, oh yes, perfect. So there's still time, though, if you don't win the free IdeaCon day, to purchase the early bird special for the IdeaCon tickets. You can still save. We got a couple more days left. So keep that in mind when you're talking to your administrators. Awesome. So, we did it. Thank you so much for everyone participating. We're going to be selecting winners in just a minute at random. But if you can't stay on, tomorrow you'll be receiving a video of the webinar today with a transcript of this amazing chat, because again, we're better together. And hopefully there is something that you were able to learn from someone, get you excited and invigorated, to go into break, and inspire you to think of something new to use with your students when you get back in 2020. So IdeaCon is being held in Schaumburg this year at the Renaissance. So with that being said, in addition to the winners, we also have a link to your PDHs, which are linked. I don't remember where, Whitney.
Hey, Whitney, can you put it in the chat? Because I know you put it on this slide, but I would have to refresh.
Perfect.
Yep, that's fine.
So,
it's in the chat now.
Thanks.
If anyone has any questions, please reach out to me, Whitney Miller. Perfect.
So you can get a PDH hour for just hanging out with us for this last hour. Whitney's added that link to our chat window. And I'm going to toss it over to Amber, who is going to randomly select the winner for our giveaways.
All right. So here we go. We are going to start with, are we going to start, do we want to go backwards? Yeah, I think we should, right? Let's start with.
Are you going to share your screen, Amber?
Pick something. Randomly pick some of the gifts that you unwrapped.
Oh,
Amber,
randomly?
are you going to share your screen?
Can you see my screen?
There it is. Perfect.
All right. So randomly
so now
pick,
the issue is
pick up something.
I can't see what Lindsay just picked.
Okay, so let's start with the Amazon Echo Dot.
All right, so the Amazon Echo Dot is going to go to Julie Geyer.
Oh, Julie. Hopefully you filled out the form so we can send this to you. Very cool. All right, let's do the Birdbrain Hummingbird Base Kit.
I'm so excited for whoever wins this. Your classroom is going to be such a fun place of making. Drum roll.
Lindsay, the first thing we gave away was Sphero, right?
No, the Amazon Echo Dot.
Amazon. One thing I just thought about, ladies, IDEA team, we need to make sure we're keeping track of this.
Yep. I'm writing it down.
All right, awesome.
All right, how about this kit?
Woo woo, Maureen Bart.
Maureen Bart, congratulations, Maureen.
And Maureen, you've got Kelsey that's going to be able to help you.
I'll make sure to reach out to you so you can learn exactly how to use it and we can video chat. It's going to be awesome. Congratulations, Maureen.
Awesome. Okay, so now let's do the first 30-day or 30 class seats of the WeVideo 1-year subscription. So it's 30 seats for WeVideo.
Sheila Alexander.
Excellent. So Sheila, I have the certificate to send to you with the codes. And again, they're super responsive, so reach out if you need anything. So now let's do the 50 seats from WeVideo.
Dara Capel.
All right. Awesome. Okay, how about our Makey Makey kit?
Pam Evans.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, let's talk about, how about this book basket of all these amazing professional development books. Who's gonna get this one?
Jane Garner, congratulations.
Nice. Okay. Our bolt from Sphero.
Oh. Kelsey, would you like to give someone else an opportunity to win the bolt?
Sorry, I was muted. I was laughing really loudly. No, please spin it again, my friends. I just registered because I like to join parties. So
Awesome. That's so funny that it landed on you, though.
man, I get to say that I won something though. That's great. But whoever actually gets it, well, it'll be great. Jennifer, yeah, hey, there we go. Good.
It's your lucky day, Jennifer.
Woo woo.
Okay, how about the Fitbit from
Hey
Otis?
guys, before you go on, Dana Capel in our chat, Dara Capel, sorry. She has a premium district membership so good for her for WeVideo. So I don't know if you guys want to redo that price as well. She got the 50 seat.
Okay.
Totally up to Darren.
Yeah, let us know if you want to keep it and give it to someone else or if we should spin again.
If we were doing a white elephant, she could choose someone.
Yeah.
I think she had said in the chat that it should probably go to someone else. That's what she typed out.
All right, Lindsay, do we want to do that one again then?
Sure.
Suzanne Whiter.
Oh, yay! Congrats. And I will add you there. Okay, so now let's do the Fitbit.
John Langley, that's so awesome. Congrats,
Yay.
John. John is a marathon runner.
Oh,
Congrats, John.
nice. That's awesome. All right, so now how about our AR/VR starter kit, Jamie's book, and the 5 merge cubes.
Matt Sly.
Awesome. Okay, let's do our ISTE cert.
Christina Hackett.
Okay, Christina, have you been through the ISTE certification process yet? Please let us know. All right, we've got a day at IdeaCon.
Bonnie Thurber.
Okay, and so now, did you notice which ones I left for the end? The Chromebook and the drone. So let's start with the drone. Drum roll.
Ooh. Darcy O'Connor. Congrats, Darcy.
That's incredible. Like, you get to start winter break already winning something huge. You got a huge gift. All right, and this should be our last one, if I'm counting correctly, the Chromebook. Let's see.
Elizabeth Clemens.
All right, congratulations, Elizabeth. So that is everything. We gave away actually 13 more than we said we would. So there's that. Thank you all for staying on this long and hanging out with us. We know the amazing work that you're doing and you're working tirelessly. So we just wanted to give back to all of you. We had fun. I hope you did too. And hopefully we'll be able to see you at IdeaCon very soon.
And if anyone is interested, if anyone's interested in finding out more about any of the partners that we talked about, let us know, and we'll make sure that we do one of our next webinars with one of these partners so you can have a full hour learning about what you learned in 5 minutes today.
If you haven't been on one of our Wednesday webinars before, we do these just about every Wednesday. Obviously, we'll stop for the holidays, but keep a check on our website. And every Wednesday, 4 to 5 p.m., we do have different partners, different resources, experts coming in and doing webinars. So make sure you join us for those. And we always give a PDH for each one. So please make sure you join us.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy holidays. Thanks, everyone.